Hi there, everybody. This is Bill Houston, and you're watching the Bill Houston podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Please donate if you can to the link below, tinyurl.com. Donate to Bill Houston. If you don't do PayPal, my USPS address is P.O. Box 22, Endicott, New York, 13761. Or you can just Google Bill Houston's fracking resume. All of those details, my PayPal and my snail mail address, are all right there. And I really need your support in order to continue doing this work. And I'm under a lot of pressure, which I'm not going to get into right now, but I have a lot of pressures on my life right now, friends. So really could use your support if you appreciate the work that I've done. If you just Google Bill Houston's fracking resume, you can see what I've done in the past 10 years. And I have a pretty long history of doing good public service work. We got this very important NYSEG rate case coming up. They only happen once every 3 years. They're proposing a rate increase for electric rates up to 24%, and for gas rates, I think it was up to 4%. If you want to make a comment, this is your opportunity. If you want to file comments by mail, so here's how you do that. You address the envelope and direct the comments to the Honorable Kathleen H. Burgess, Secretary, Public Service Commission, 3 Empire State Plaza, Albany, New York, 12223. You can call the opinion line, 1-800-335-2120. That's 1-800-335-2120, 24 hours a day. Comments provided through this line are not transcribed, but a summary is provided to the ALJ and the Commission for their consideration. Comments submitted by these alternative means are requested by August 26, 2019, though comments will be accepted throughout these proceedings. Once again, the 2 docket numbers you need to reference are 19E 0378, that's for electric, and also 19G 0379, that's for gas. You can also email comments to secretary@dps.ny.gov. That's secretary@dps.ny.gov.
What I'm going to do is give you a brief overview of what processes follow for rate cases when they're filed with the Department of Public Service. After that, the company will provide you with information about their rate filing and ask that you allow them to go through their presentation without questions, and then there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions of the company. You also can ask me any questions about the process. This information form is your opportunity to become better acquainted with the issues that are involved in the case. So this is your opportunity to ask questions. It's not an opportunity for you to make comments. What is going on in the public information form is not going to be transcribed. So if you have comments that you want to make, please save those for the public statement hearing that will follow the information session. So I'm going to go over briefly that the process is filed once a rate case is filed with the Public Service Commission. What happens is basically the Public Service Commission has to do a comprehensive review of the filing, and the Public Service Commission ultimately decides or issues a decision on the future rates and terms of service to be provided by the companies going forward. The entire process, the review and decision-making process, generally must be completed within an 11-month period. So here we give April 2020. After the rate case is filed, the Department of Public Service staff team is assigned. 1, or as in this case 2, administrative law judges are assigned, and other interested agencies, entities, or individuals can ask to intervene as parties in the case. The Department of Public Service's trial staff team includes lawyers, accountants, engineers, economists, financial analysts, and consumer service specialists. The Department of Public Service trial staff and other interested parties look into the company's filing, and as I said, the Department of Public Staff is required to do a comprehensive review. Other parties may do so as well, or they may focus on specific issues or an issue that is of particular interest to that party. The administrative law judges that are assigned are employees of the Department of Public Service, and they must be impartial and unbiased. The administrative law judges establish deadlines, they rule on motions, they preside at hearings, and they make recommendations to the commissioners when it is time for them to decide what the rates in terms of utility service should be. The administrative law judges schedule and hold procedural conferences, and they set a litigation schedule. Once the litigation schedule is adopted, dates for filing of staff and other party testimony and exhibits, rebuttal testimony, and commencement of evidentiary hearings is established. The evidentiary hearing is held after testimony and exhibits, and sometimes updates to the testimony and exhibits are filed. The evidentiary hearing can last a day or 2 days or a week or 2 or more weeks. It depends on how many witnesses there are and how many issues there are in the case. At the evidentiary hearing, sworn testimony and exhibits are entered into the record, and the parties conduct cross-examination of each other's witnesses. After the evidentiary hearing, the administrative law judges may prepare what's called a recommended decision for the commission, or they may prepare a report for the commission. If a recommended decision is prepared, it gets issued, and the parties generally have the opportunity to further brief the issues. They can file exceptions to what the recommendations were by the administrative law judges, and people can file opposition to those exceptions. Whether the process ends with a recommended decision or includes a recommended decision, it doesn't end there. With exceptions or a report directly to the commission, the administrative law judges must analyze and present all relevant information submitted in these proceedings to the commission for its consideration. And that information includes the public statements that are given at public statement hearings, which we're going to hold a public statement hearing, like I said, later on this evening. In addition, other department staff, called advisory staff, may also advise the commission when it's making its determination. Towards the end of that 11-month period I mentioned earlier, the commission will make its decision as to the company's future rates and charges, and will do so at one of its regularly scheduled public sessions, basing its decision on the evidence that is presented to the record in these proceedings. There's also an opportunity for the parties, if they are interested to, they can try to settle some or all of the issues of the case. If they decide to enter into settlement discussions, the utility must file what's called a notice of impending settlement negotiation. Settlement discussions thereafter are confidential, and the settlement judge may be assigned to assist the parties if they wish to pursue settlement efforts. If the parties agree to settle some or all of the issues in the case, their agreement will be written up and provided for the record. In this case, the review of the company's proposals is underway. A procedural conference and technical conference have been held. Party status has been granted, and a litigation schedule has been issued. Under that litigation schedule, staff and other parties must file their testimony and exhibits by September 20, 2019. And when the companies file their rate case, they also file testimony at that time. So that testimony, as well as any other documents that are being filed in the case, is available for your review. You can look at that at the Department of Public Services website, which is www.dps.ny.gov, and you would use one of the case numbers for these cases, which I'll tell you what those are briefly in a few moments. After rebuttal testimony is filed, which is due by October 15th, there will be evidentiary hearings that are scheduled to start on October 28th, 2019. In addition to the public statement hearing that we're holding later today, there is a further public statement hearing that is scheduled for September 5th in Yorktown, the Yorktown Town Hall. If anyone is interested, there will be an information session at 6 p.m. followed by a public statement hearing at 7 p.m. As I mentioned, the comments made during the public statement hearings will become part of the record and will be reported to the commission. Anything that is part of the record in this case, as I said, may be found in the department's document matter and management system. You go to the department's website and you would input one of the case numbers, which I'll read them briefly: 19-E-0378, 19-G-0379, 19-E-0380, and 19-G-0381. If anybody has any questions about the process that's followed, I'm happy to answer those questions at this time. And if there are no questions, I'm going to turn it over to the company. Again, I ask you to please allow them to finish their presentation, and then you'll have the opportunity to ask questions. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to the company.
Thank you, Judge Costello. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Marini, and along with my colleagues, Dave Gridley and Terry Van Brooker, we're here today to provide you with an overview of the rate filings submitted by NYSEG on May 20th, 2019 with the New York State Public Service Commission. The filings propose to set revised rates for electric and gas service in NYSEG's service territory. In accordance with the requirements of the New York Public Service Commission, and which have been described by Judge Costello, the proposals put forth by NYSEG in these filings are supported by testimony and exhibits and are available on the Public Service Commission website. The information we're going to present today is a very high-level overview on some of the key subjects that we've proposed. There is a lot more information and detail associated with our filing that's available on the Commission's website, and I'll repeat it. It's www.dps.ny.gov. Under the case numbers mentioned by Judge Costello, but they're also up on the screen in the lower right-hand corner. Now, you may have questions today, and we may not be able to answer all questions. The three of us don't have all the details readily available or able to answer detailed questions if you have any, but we'll certainly let you know where on the website and what part of the company's testimony you'd be able to find certain information that you might be looking for. The filing and the rates proposed by NYSEG will enable the company to continue to provide safe and reliable electric and gas service along with high-quality customer service, while also recognizing the important objective of maintaining customer rates that are affordable and among the lowest in New York State. So let me briefly begin by reviewing the agenda and the items we plan to cover today. We'll begin with an overview of some general company information and the territories that NYSEG provides electric and gas service to. We'll then provide an overview of the filing that was made on May 20th and why we're seeking a rate review. We'll look at the projected electric and gas bill increases for a typical residential customer. We'll explain some of the proposed infrastructure investments and why these are necessary. And then finally, we'll cover some specific investments and proposals that focus on customers and innovation as we look to facilitate a secure energy future for our customers. NYSEG is a subsidiary of Avangrid Incorporated, and as you look at the screen, you'll see the territories and some Okay, let me try to do better. Thank you. NYSEG has been around for well over 150 years. The company was established in 1852 and is based in Binghamton, New York. NYSEG serves approximately 900,000 electricity customers and just under 268,000 gas customers across more than 40% of upstate New York. As you look at the map on the screen, NYSEG's territory is essentially spread out over the entire state. Starting in the west, we cover the Lancaster and Lockport areas. In the central and southern tier, we serve the areas surrounding Geneva, Hornell, Elmira, Auburn, Ithaca, Oneonta, and Binghamton. And as you move to the north, we serve customers in Plattsburgh. And toward the east and downstate, we provide service to customers in the areas of Mechanicville, Liberty, and Brewster. So let me just go through a high-level overview of the key points of our filing that we did file on May 20th, as we mentioned earlier, for new electric and gas rates with the New York State Public Service Commission. We last filed cases in 2015, and since that time, the energy marketplace has evolved in some remarkable ways. Many of the changes we're seeing today is leading to innovation in areas such as carbon reduction, the entry of distributed generation on the distribution grid, programs and initiatives regarding energy efficiency, and the introduction of electric vehicles and electric storage. In addition, New York has experienced an increasing amount and number of severe weather events, significant events that are causing more frequent customer outages and for longer periods of time. These situations and the dynamics taking place in the energy marketplace require upgrades to the energy infrastructure in order to modernize our system to ensure better reliability and resiliency for our customers, as well as to prepare for the innovations that are occurring. NYSEG is deeply committed to providing safe and affordable and reliable service for New Yorkers now and well into the future. Before we get into talking about bills and what customers can expect, let me first begin by talking about the major components of the filing and what we intend to do as a result of the proposals we've made. In the filing, NYSEG is proposing to make investments to our infrastructure, implement enhanced vegetation management programs, continue our energy efficiency programs, and enhance our customer engagement and innovation. Dave and Terry will cover some of these components in a little bit more detail in the next few slides. Concerning bill impacts, NYSEG residential customers currently have the lowest residential electric bills of all the major New York utilities, as demonstrated by this graph. And actual bill amounts are going to vary by customer depending on their usage. But for an average monthly bill, we define as a customer that uses 600 kilowatt hours a month, or a gas customer that uses 80 therms a month. We project customers at that usage level will see bill increases of approximately $11.30 for electric and $2 for gas, and those are monthly amounts. Now, these bill amounts are going to be different than what was in the notice for this meeting from the Commission, as the amounts are based on updated cost information that was submitted by NYSEG on August 5th. These updates are planned for and are part of the normal rate case process. It's important to remember that this is an 11-month regulatory process as described by Judge Costello, and new rates, if approved, will not go into effect until April of 2020. If the rate proposal is approved, NYSEG residential customers will still have the lowest electric delivery rates and among the lowest gas delivery rates in the state. Again, to be clear, I think that's an important point for us to remember here, that if approved, NYSEG residential customers will still have the lowest electric delivery rates in the state and among the lowest of gas rates in the state. I'll now turn the presentation over to Dave, who will provide an overview of the company's proposals regarding infrastructure investments.
Thank you, Mark. So, infrastructure investments and why this work is necessary. From a storm perspective, from 2012 to 2018, NYSEG experienced 123 major storms. These included things like ice storms, blizzards, windstorms, tornadoes, and lightning combined with wind and rain. We propose system hardening measures that include replacement of equipment that is nearing the end of its useful life. Trees also have a big impact on our infrastructure. From 2015 through 2019, more than 50% of NYSEG's outages were caused by trees or branches coming in contact with our wires or other electric equipment. Of these tree-related outages, 64% were caused by trees that reside outside of the utilities right-of-way. To address this, we've proposed several things. The first is implementation of a comprehensive 5-year trim cycle, where each distribution circuit is trimmed once every 5 years. Currently, NYSEG is the only New York utility that is not on a 5-year trim cycle. We're also proposing enhanced ground-to-sky trimming, as well as the removal of hazardous and diseased trees that pose a threat to the electrical system. We also need to modernize aging infrastructure. Our proposed resiliency program will focus on upgrading 139 of NYSEG's most challenging circuits. What that means is circuits that have the most frequent outages for customers, combined with the longest duration times. We also plan to shorten electrical circuits to reduce the impact of an outage event. We also plan to install automation, which will allow us to detect power interruptions and then automatically restore power to our customers. Our proposal also includes continuation of our gas reliability program, which replaces aging pipe to improve safety and reliability. This includes replacing the 70-year-old, 50-mile-long divider pipeline. And regarding gas expansion, NYSEG is not proposing any new expansion projects in this rate case. At this point, I will turn it over to Terry to discuss customer service items.
This works. I got to do double duty here. I got to do the slides and talk. Okay. So innovation requires investment, and that's one of the reasons why we've filed for regulatory rate review. You can't hear me? I feel like when I get it too close, it's too breathy, but is that better? Yes. Okay. All right. I'm just getting it in the background. So in regard to innovation, the first topic that I'm going to cover is AMI. AMI stands for Advanced Meter Infrastructure, and sometimes people refer to smart meters. Smart meters are just one piece, though, and AMI is an essential foundation for grid modernization. Our rate filing proposes a rollout of AMI to all of our customers across New York State. We've done a pilot in the Ithaca area, and we've had a great deal of success, and we want to roll it out to the rest of the state. The proposal would have us starting in 2021 and finishing across the state by 2024. Some of the key benefits that customers can achieve with AMI, estimated bills have nearly been eliminated in our pilot area in Ithaca. 99.6% of the bills that we're generating are based on actual reads versus estimates. So that's a big benefit for customers. From an energy management perspective, our Energy Manager tool gives customers access to actual energy usage and allows for visualization of personalized usage data, hourly, daily, monthly. This is a tangible benefit and can add extreme customer value by allowing customers to better understand their energy usage and make more informed decisions. This supports energy efficiency and New York State energy policy goals. Bill alerts and usage alerts are also available through Energy Manager and allow customers to set alerts based on personalized targets. Energy Manager also provides additional access to programs such as tools to create an energy savings program. As Mark mentioned, we're a subsidiary of Avangrid, and they are one of the cleanest U.S. utilities and a leader in the renewable energy sector. We're committed to facilitating a secure energy future for our customers, including support of the electrification of the transportation sector. As part of our filing, we've submitted proposals to expand the electric vehicle charging infrastructure across our service areas by adding nearly 2,500 charging stations across the state. In Tompkins County and Monroe County, we've proposed collaboration to support electrification of fleet and will make the investments to meet the charging needs associated with this. We've proposed incentives for electric vehicle customers, as well as a consumer education program to increase awareness of the electric vehicles as an alternative to traditional vehicles. Our filing also includes proposed development of 4 energy storage projects, and these energy storage projects support the operation of renewable resources and the distribution system. This can help New York meet energy goals. Our goal is to contribute to a more accessible, clean energy model that promotes healthier, more sustainable communities. Our filing also includes several energy efficiency programs for customers. For example, our Small Business Direct Install program offers direct installation of efficient lighting. Our program for multifamily dwellings provides installation of LED and smart power strips. And our Energy Marketplace is an online marketplace offering point-of-sale rebates on LED lighting and advanced power strips. In addition to these programs, we proposed a new non-residential geothermal and air source heat pump pilot program, which, if approved, will provide a one-time supplemental grant per project to install geothermal or air source heat pump systems. So in closing, our goal is very simple: to best serve our customers by continuing to provide safe and reliable service along with exceptional customer service, by investing in the electric system to make it more resilient in the face of harsher and more frequent weather events, and by supporting cleaner technologies such as distributed generation and electric vehicles.